But we jump on here real quick and remind everybody that we have a brand new episode dropping tonight, 8 o'clock. So make sure you check that out. Sean and I went to a very haunted nursing home out in Illinois. We'd been to this nursing home before, the three of us, but they just opened a new building. Sorry, they're redoing our streets, so a little rough. So the one building that we investigate, we'd never been into before. So, Duke, you want to say hi? Come here, buddy. Sit down. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hello. Duke just got a bath today, so he's feeling all fresh. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah, really good episode. Nursing homes are always like one of my favorite places to investigate. Yeah, we've literally been on the road. I think we've done 5 cases in the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So I definitely need a break to get caught up on editing. So we were out Wednesday night, worked with a great family, and then we'll be out tomorrow actually investigating another nursing home that's, as far as I know, it's never been investigated before. So, but the family that bought it, which I don't know a lot of the history of it, we'll meet with them and do interviews and stuff. But I think they were actually living there for a little bit and had all this crazy stuff happening, and I think they moved out. But I could be wrong. We're going to meet with them tomorrow and see if we can figure out what's going on there. I believe it's like 60,000 square feet. It's supposed to be a really nice nursing home, so it hasn't been, I don't think, closed down quite too long. So a lot of these old buildings you get into, they're just in such bad shape. But this one sounds like it's going to be in pretty good shape. Does that make you excited, Duke? So yeah, if you're just jumping on here, don't forget we got a brand new episode dropping tonight. If you guys would, please share the link on your social media. Tell all your friends and family to come watch the episode tonight. It's actually a good episode for Halloween because it's a big, scary nursing home. Duke, this gas station never has any freaking pumps open. So we will wait a minute. We gotta wait a second, okay? I hate when people go to the pumps, pump their gas, and then they go inside and do whatever, and then leave their car parked at the pumps. Some gas stations, there's not enough parking. You have to leave your car parked there, but like this one's got a ton of parking to the sides. Everybody having a good week? Ready for the weekend? If you're ready for the weekend, give a thumbs up. I know you're ready for the weekend. You're always ready for the weekend. Look how shiny Duke is after his bubble bath today. Buddy. You got a good bath today. You don't smell like a dog no more. And then starting next Friday, we've got a bunch of family hauntings coming out that are pretty epic. And then we got the family haunting we did with Rob. They flew back, I believe, Monday back to England. We did 2 cases with Rob here. One was a family haunting, and then the second one, you guys obviously watched the live we did at Prospect Place. The frick are they doing? Duke, we may have to go to a different pump. You know what will happen as soon as I back out of here to go to a different pump? Somebody will... Sorry, sir. They'll come out. Dookie, let's go to this pump over here. That person didn't park very well. A lot of weird. Now he comes out. Okay, I'm gonna pump gas. You just chill, okay? You just chill for a second. You gotta watch that, Duke. So yeah, new episode tonight. We'll be out tomorrow filming. Hopefully go live at some point. And then hopefully next week I can take off, get caught up on editing. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. After tonight, I've got 5 cases I've got to get edited. So, be a little behind. Okay, let me get this gas real quick, okay? You just chill. All right? You know what I should do, dude, is teach you how to unlock the doors just in case I ever lock myself out. I'm sure I could do that. What time is it, dude? Okay, sit down, we're gonna drive. Sit. Sit. Duke, sit. I can't see with your big ass head in the way. Duke, sit. Sit, we're driving. Sit, get back there. Duke, get back there. So yeah, it's October now. So November we'll have, November should be all family hauntings. I'm trying to think how many I've got. 1, 2 done. Getting ready to, I'm probably 70% done with the case that Rob did with us. We just filmed a family haunting last night. Tomorrow will be a nursing home. The thing is, we're trying to get caught up for the holidays, because I feel like the last 2 years we've investigated, like Christmas Eve and stuff, and I'd like to actually just take the holidays off this year, at least like Thanksgiving, Christmas. I'm gonna work on doing some type of marathon with some of our episodes, some of the better episodes. I almost said gooder. Some better episodes. Do like a all-day marathon on New Year's. That way, if people get bored watching football or listening to your family talk, then you can just jump on and watch some paranormal shows. I've got to figure that all out with the OBS and all that stuff. I've never done that before, so I've been researching it. Kenzie's got her last football game tonight, so I'm going to go to that. She got all of her, what is it, what quarter is it? First quarter grades. My mind's not working today. I'm actually going to make myself some coffee. I think she has straight A's in high school and straight A's in college, so. Sorry, this road's a little bumpy because of, they got it all ground down to put asphalt on it, which is pretty good, because you never know if taking college when you're in high school, if that's going to screw up your high school grades, but she's still getting straight A's in both of them, so doesn't appear that it's going to be. Dick, I think I hurt my tooth. I think I brushed my teeth too aggressively, and let's see if we can read some comments. Duke is not getting ice cream. If we can hit 7,000 in the premiere tonight, I'll get Duke ice cream. Right, Dukey? Tell him, say, go. Duke says, go to the premiere and watch so I can get some ice cream. Huh, Dukey? That's Huh, Dukey. Want to hold my hand? Duke. Duke. Shake. Duke. Oh, there's a squirrel. He sees a squirrel. He gets excited about squirrels. Thank you, buddy. Let's see here. Yeah, Duke loves new yogurt too. I actually haven't eaten. I was on like last year. I was on like a yogurt kick for ever. I was just always eating yogurt. But I think I outdid myself on yogurt, so I kind of quit eating yogurt so much. But Dookie likes yogurt, don't you, buddy? Yeah, you like yogurt, don't you, buddy? Yeah. Because you're a good boy, huh? Got a bath today. Maybe next week I'll be home all week with you instead of being on the road. And we can spend some time together, huh? Yeah. Dude gets super depressed when I'm going on the road. Don't you? You get sad and stare out the window. Because you're a good boy, huh? Yeah, so we'll try to go live tomorrow. Like I said, we've never been to this nursing home. I don't know if this guy's ever investigated, the guy that owns it, if he's ever investigated in there or ever had any other teams. It doesn't sound like anybody's ever been in there, but I could be wrong. We'll find out tomorrow. So we'll find out if it's haunted tomorrow, huh? I don't know why I'm sitting like right in front of my house with a great signal and still my phone disconnects. Buffering. If you're ready for the premiere tonight, give a thumbs up. I think you guys will enjoy this one. Nursing homes and stuff are always fun. Nursing homes, asylums, hospitals are always my favorite places to investigate. Some of the other places like, Prospect Place, some of the other like mainstream haunted locations, they just seem like they're just so hit and miss. That's what I like about family hauntings is there's like an active haunting going on there. Or at least that's what the family tells you. So chances are the family hauntings are always going to be more active than, like, I've been to Waverly Hills 3 times. First time was crazy active. Second time was not a whole lot went on. And third time was pretty good. Prospect Place, first time was great. Second time was kind of quiet. So, I mean, you just never know what you're going to get in with these mainstream places. Just, I think, because they're so overly... Well, that was a big burp, Dookie. That was not nice to do on camera. Everybody's going to think you're a pig, not a dog. But, that's the one thing I really enjoy, obviously helping people, but family hauntings just always seem to be more active than kind of the mainstream places. You never know what you're going to get. I think they're just so overly investigated sometimes that spirits are kind of over it. That's what would be cool at this nursing home tomorrow, if it hasn't been investigated, which I know it hasn't been investigated a lot, is maybe if it is haunted, the spirits will be more eager to want to communicate with us. And the one thing I really like about nursing homes is I get some of the best EVPs I've ever recorded have come out of nursing homes, which you guys will see tonight in tonight's episode. We get some pretty good EVPs. And what's cool is they sound like an elderly person, like a raspy voice. So that's always cool. So what are your guys' favorite hauntings to watch? Drop a comment and let us know. Home hauntings, hospitals, all of them, family houses. Dude, I'll tell you what, this freaking house we were at this past weekend, because you never know how the spirits are going to react, after you interview the families and stuff. You just never know what's going to happen. During the interviews, we had so much shit happen inside this house. Like me, the mother, and the daughter were down in the basement where the daughter's bedroom is. And the daughter was complaining about always hearing somebody running upstairs or loud footsteps when she's the only person in the house. I kid you not, the loudest freaking footsteps I've ever heard in my life right above us. and we're all three just standing there. And I know the husband's gone because he took the dogs and left. And then Rocky and Sean always sit out in the car when I'm shooting interviews. So we're like the only three in the house. The three of us are in the basement. And it literally sounded like somebody walked across the floor right above us, which would have been the hallway where the bedrooms are. And then back towards the kitchen, it sounded like somebody took off running. So they've even had instances where like they would call 911 thinking somebody broke into their house. That's how loud this shit is inside this house. And to capture it when you're doing the walkthrough, and then even during the interview, we had banging and shit in the back hallway. So, pretty crazy night. I know something, I haven't started editing that one yet, so I haven't seen any of the footage from like when Sean was inside the house by himself. But I guess when Sean was inside the house, all hell broke loose. And he actually left and came out there and got me and set me in. But, and then we did get Rob to stay when we were up in Chicago. We got Rob to stay in the house by himself, which that's the episode I'm editing right now. Actually, the clip I just posted on the short where you see the shadow, that's the house Rob was with us at. Which he didn't venture around the house, but I will say Rob was brave enough to at least sit on the couch and do EVP work. But I don't think Rob was going to walk around the house. It's just weird seeing somebody go from being a skeptic to being terrified, because I think he realized what could happen, you know, when you get affected by this stuff. Dookie's all shiny and smells good. Don't you, buddy? We'll go inside in a minute, because then I got to get ready and go to Kenzie's football game. Where's Kenzie at? Duke. Where's Kenzie? Where's Kenzie at? I got a bunch of squirrels running around in my front yard. Out in my backyard, off my deck, I feed all the squirrels. And we've got these two, I'm assuming they're like blue jays. They're like literally this tall. But, and then they come and get seeds and nuts and stuff. But I should do like a live squirrel cam one day. Because we'll literally have like 3 or 4 squirrels. They sit on top of the hot tub. I got like a bench thing where the squirrels can eat their food. I'll have 3 or 4 squirrels sitting up there eating, and there'll be like 6 or 7 birds standing around the squirrels eating. And we do have like neighborhood cats here, probably like 4 or 5 cats that always hang out. Not at our house, but the houses around us. But everybody feeds the cats around here, so like the squirrels and the cats all get along. So the squirrels like literally walk right by the cats, and the cats just ignore them. So it's pretty neat. That's a little off subject as far as paranormal stuff goes, but a little off. Thank you so much for the donation. Can't wait till tonight's episode. Appreciate that. Hello to all of our mods, everybody on Patreon, our channel members. Shout out to you guys. Everybody across to YouTube. Yeah, tonight is definitely a fitting Halloween episode for tonight. It's very scary. Sean and I had a ton of activity happen at this place. It's nice doing 2 separate buildings, which I think you guys, we went live there that night too when we filmed that. We literally filmed this like a month ago. So Sean was in one building and I was in another building with you guys on the live. So, yeah, it was a pretty good night. Yep, it's Friday. Friday, Premiere Friday. What do we call it? Freaky Foreman Friday. Duke, are you laying down and sleeping? Get up. There's no sleeping during lives. Nobody sleeps during lives, goofball. He wants to go inside. Actually, there's about 6 squirrels outside here and a cat. He's staring at them. I try to really feed the squirrels leading into fall. That way they can get all their food packed up for wintertime. And so it's a good time of the year to feed the squirrels. How often do you have to go back to people's houses? It just depends. Um, which you'll see coming up this month. It seems like lately it's been like the cases you think there's no way in hell this cleansing's going to work and we're going to get rid of these spirits. Those are the ones that they'll call the next morning and say, greatest night of our life, everything's peaceful, haven't had any more activity. And then the ones that maybe you don't document enough activity are the ones that the people are like, we're still having activity. But you'll see coming up one of these episodes, it's just hard to break the cycle of the people wanting to continue to talk to it after, because we can go in and do the investigation, do the cleansing, but if the people don't take our advice and stop trying to communicate with it and do the follow-up cleansings, get light in the house, there's only so much we can do. So you just hope at the end of the day that they take your advice and stop trying to communicate with it. But I think some people just get so addicted to communicating with it for whatever reason that no matter what we do, it's not going to help. Ruby wants to know, what is the most scared you've been on your investigation? Jenny, thank you so much for the donation. She says Friday, yeah. The scaredest I've been on an investigation, I would say like the scaredest I've been was when I went to the Monroe house and did my alone. That was probably the scariest because you just never know what could happen. So that's probably the scariest I've ever been. I'm not a big fan of doing, like, when we go in like residential cases and we're in there alone, Rocky and Sean's typically just sitting out in the car. So I know if something bad happens, I just got to run out the door or call them and they'll be in there in a matter of seconds. Monroe house, like my closest person that could have helped me was like half hour away. Rocky and Sean were a few hours away. So that was probably the scariest I've ever been. Scariest location I've ever investigated would be Pennhurst by far, Mayflower Building. Pennhurst and the Pollock Hospital are probably two of the most haunted, like mainstream locations I've ever been to. Then obviously family hauntings, there's so many to name that scare the shit out of you, but yes, Rhonda, that was always, it's always weird how some hauntings just like we did a couple that we were actually getting, at least I was getting like nice comments back and forth with the spirits. I don't know, so it's weird. We have a case coming up next month. It won't be the first episode. It'll probably be the second episode next month. That's the one we filmed out in St. Louis. That's a super, super good episode. I actually just shot an interview, a phone interview with the other paranormal team that was there prior to us. It's a pretty dark story. Dark locations, got a lot of dark history. So that one's pretty cool. Buddy wants to know, what house was it? The loud growl inside the bed. That was a house that we did. I think that was over in a small town. I'm trying to think if that was Indiana. No. I think that was like West Virginia, near Parkersburg. So like right there on the West Virginia, Pennsylvania border. Um, that was a good investigation. You can typically tell, like the case we did Wednesday, like when you're walking to the house, like walking, the big thing is like when we're walking around shooting B-roll, like I'll shoot the interviews, and then after that I shoot all the B-roll, which is just the stuff that you guys see that's cut in with the interview, like the slider shots, um, just stuff that they talk about. So if the family's talking about like the bedroom, the bathroom, the basement, then we try to get shots of those that we can cut in when they're talking about it. So there's places that I'll go when I'm shooting B-roll, I'll hear stuff, or you just feel like somebody's watching you, or you feel creepy. That's pretty much when I know it's going to be a good night as far as the investigation goes. There's other times you're walking around shooting B-roll and you just feel fine. You know, it's just you're out filming. Um, so you get a lot just picking up on how you feel without investigating. Tells us a lot. Duke is a good boy, says Victoria. Duke, everybody said you're a good boy. What breed is Duke? Duke is a Husky Pit Bull mix. Come here, Duke. You can see, come here, look. Everybody wants to see your face. Duke, look, put your face down. Look, here, no, here. You can kind of see. He's got a Husky, like howl. He's always howling. Aren't you, Duke? And he's a super loud howler. But then his face, if he looks at you just right, you can see like the pit bull in his jawline and his face. So pit bull husky mix with the temperament of a baby kitten. Huh. And he's a big kisser. Duke loves to kiss, don't you?
You're a big kisser, huh? Yes, you are.
Love to kiss, don't you? Thank you, Christine, for the donation. Appreciate it. Do you watch Ghost Adventures? I do watch Ghost Adventures. I think I like Ghost Adventures from like a production value. I think it's a very well produced show. And then new equipment. Ghost Adventures is always using like the newest, greatest equipment. So it's a good way to learn about different pieces of equipment that are coming out. The house calls, I like the house calls just because I personally enjoy family hauntings better than I do like haunted locations. I grew up, I guess, watching Paranormal State was always one of my favorite paranormal shows. I used to love Paranormal State. That's kind of how we learned as far as investigating, how to help families, and just basically how to conduct yourself. And because it's okay, I guess, if you go into a haunted location, you're running around screaming and all that crazy stuff. But when you go into a family haunting, obviously you have to conduct yourself in a more professional way. So Paranormal State was always, when I was younger, was one of my favorite shows to watch. If you guys like Paranormal State, give a thumbs up. Ghost Adventures, like I said, you know, I know a lot of people don't like Zach for whatever reason, but I don't really watch the paranormal shows so much just because of the investigators. It's more of the location, if it's a well-produced show. Which you guys have seen, there's been some paranormal shows on TV that were kind of corny and not very well done. And but you have to give Ghost Adventures credit. They're definitely one of the longest, I'm assuming one of the longest running paranormal shows on TV. I believe back when Ghost Adventures first started, that's back when we first started on YouTube. Lost Streams, thank you so much for the donation. Sending my love may miss the premiere. Take care. Well, hopefully you can make it to the premiere. If not, you can always watch it the next morning or watch it later when you get home. We have what's called Team Rewatch, where we all rewatch the episodes. We hit 7K tonight. Dookie gets ice cream. So Duke says, Duke, you want ice cream? Thumbnail. Haha. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. Tell you one thing, Duke is getting good at thumbnails. All you gotta do is say ice cream. Oh, there was a ball of light that went by you, Duke. Haven't had any nightmares lately, so that's a good thing. Duke, I'm gonna have to go in and get you guys fed and stuff before I leave for the game. Okay. Okay, my buddy boy. You want to go and eat dinner? You hungry? You hungry? Give me 5 if you're hungry. You don't want to hold my hand? Duke. So yeah, you guys will definitely enjoy this. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like. Like is a very important thing. For whatever reason, YouTube puts a lot of emphasis on liking. The more you like it, the more YouTube spreads it out to the YouTube world. It's funny, our lives have been reduced to how many people like a video. YouTube used to be so simple. You just put up an episode and people would watch it. And now there's thousands and thousands and thousands of paranormal groups and shows on YouTube that you're just constantly... YouTube is very inundated with paranormal shows. Some are good, some are not quite my cup of tea. But we just do our thing, stay in our lane, do what makes us happy, what we're passionate about. Hopefully put out something that the family's proud of and something that you guys enjoy watching is the main thing. But we definitely need a break. We've been doing so many cases. So to all the families that's waiting, we are going to try to get you guys as soon as possible. I always feel bad making families wait a month, 2 months. But even doing 2 cases a week, we just can't get caught up. Which is weird, which... I was actually talking to somebody on somebody left a comment earlier this morning, I think it was. And so through the comment thread, we were talking about, like, you guys know how, like, it seems like the last couple of years, all these storms have been like crazy charged. So we've had like outbreaks of tornadoes, crazy strong hurricanes. It just seems like the atmosphere's pissed off. There's just so much energy in the atmosphere. And I've noticed with our cases, we're getting so many haunting cases we get contacted about, and it seems like the cases seem to have more of a darker energy. So I'm just curious what you guys think. Do you believe that the hypercharged atmosphere is conducive to these darker hauntings, or the amount of hauntings that are taking place? If you think it is, say yes. I think it is. Just because we've been in locations where a storm's coming through and the activity spikes. So I think there's definitely something to it. See, that's the good thing about you guys, is you guys always leave good comments that spark interest and make us think. Because a lot of people wouldn't think about, you know, the crazy storms that we've had lately, correlating that with paranormal activity. Unless you're a ghost hunter, then you think about that stuff. But I just think there's something, because, you know, like when there's a full moon, isn't there like the on a full moon? Thank you, Ruby. Appreciate the donation. Let's celebrate their 3rd super on the live stream. Thank you so much, Ruby. But like a full moon, I don't know a whole lot about the moons, but I think people believe that it's more active when there's a full moon. And it's something about like the water. Doesn't like the water recede in the ocean or something like that on full moons? Like the water level drops or something like that. Maybe it raises. I think it drops. But it's pulling that energy. So yeah, we'll try to go live tomorrow at this nursing home to let you guys take a look at it. Like I said, we've never been there before. So the first time we'll see it is the first time you guys will see it. Sounds like a great, which is weird because I've never had a haunted nursing home that involves like, basically it's like a family haunting case. I think if I was a family, I don't know if I would live in a haunted nursing home or a nursing home period. Obviously, if that's all you have, then that's all you have. But my first choice wouldn't be to move into a nursing home. Because to me, nursing homes are kind of creepy when they're not shut down. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate the donation. Fifth super. Are you taking time out during the holidays? Our hope is to take time out during the holidays. Right now, I just don't see when we'll be able to. Like I'm saying, like next week, I want to take a break just because I got to get caught up on editing. But I wouldn't be surprised if I don't schedule a case next week. Just because I just hate making the families wait, and then we take a week off, and it's like you're backed up 3 months for 3 weeks. I mean, it's so I don't know. Probably won't take. Maybe we'll have to take the weekend off next weekend, but if we can work on a case next week, that would help. And then I've been researching like Delphi, and then I'm trying to reach out to people for the Summer Wells case. Thank you, Robin. Greatly appreciate the donation. That was quite the donation. Appreciate it, Robin. So if anybody's got any contact information for the Summer Wells case, please shoot me an email. I'm going to get started on that case here very soon. I sent out some messages today. I'd like to interview the mother and father. So hopefully we can get down there and work on the Summer Wells case. I can't see. Does anybody know what time it is right now? I can't see my time. Okay. 5 o'clock. I better get going. So thank you guys. See you guys all in the live chat tonight. We'll go live tomorrow. Thank you guys all for your amazing support. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Watch the episode tonight. Team rewatch afterwards. It's always nice to go back and rewatch it without the chat. That way you can just enjoy the video. I know sometimes, which we love having you guys in the chat, but sometimes you get so focused on the chat, you don't even really pay attention to the video. So always go back and rewatch it. Everybody, please have a safe night, safe weekend. Team Nightmare out.